Hi guys, my name is Anton. I'm a licensed real estate broker in Dubai, and in today's video I wanted to tell you how I bought an investment apartment for myself during a very uncertain period in the market. So this is not a dramatic story, this is not a market forecast, this is just a case study. So I will tell you what I bought, why I bought, and most importantly, why I decided not to wait when most of people would probably wait. So I bought one-bedroom apartment in Iranian Gardens by Prescott in Al Furjan. My budget was around from 1 to 1.2 million dirhams for this investment, but I didn't want to stretch it up to the top of the budget. So my original plan was very simple: to buy a good unit at a good entry price, to rent it out for a couple of years, and then resell with the premium. So this is the optimal strategy, at least before the conflict started, which would give me the better return of investment during those 2 years. So I was looking at three things: good location, strong rental yield, and most importantly, good entry price. The reason I like this project was not just the building itself, it was the location. Metro is only 200 meters away, which is a big deal. So even in the middle of July, it's still an easy walk. There is also a school within a walking distance, and there is a good areas nearby for everyday life and walking, including Discovery Gardens and the Greens. So when I looked at this apartment, I could clearly understand who the future tenant would be. And that matters a lot, because when the place is genuinely convenient to live in, it makes it much more desirable for the person who will rent it out or buy it from me in the future. This is how the project looks like right now. The video was shot at 27th of April 2026. The structure is already there, and the expected handover will be in the first quarter of 2027. Most likely it will be January or February. Now let's get to the most important part, which is the entry price. So my approach was very simple. What I did, that I compared my project to 3 existing ready projects in the area. It was Westwood by Imtiaz, Avenue Residences 4 by Nabni, and Pearls by Danube. Here you can see the prices per square foot in the ready projects in the area, from developers with comparable or worse quality than the upcoming Iranian Gardens. And honestly, I love going deep into analysis like this, but I don't want to overload this video or slow the pace down too much, so I'll leave the full calculation on the screen, and if you want, you can just pause and take a closer look. But the short version is this: my entry price was significantly lower than the comparable benchmark ready projects in the area, which exactly gave me confidence in my purchase. So from there, I did one more simple calculation. I took the median ready market price per square foot, multiplied it by the size of my apartment, and got an implied market value for my unit. Then I compared that number to what I actually paid, and that gap is the potential premium I may be able to capture when my project catches up to the surrounding market. So that was the key idea for me. Not hype, not emotions, just a very simple question: am I entering this deal at the right price or not? So my answer was yes, so I did. And now guys, I think this is the key moment of this video. I just wanted to explain why I did not wait and why I did enter the project and did invest in the end of March when even the ceasefire was not there. What was my logic? Actually, I was actively searching for the unit in this particular project in February already. And I was looking at the unit of the comparable series, the mirrored apartment, which was a few floors below the apartment that I bought. When the conflict started, I actually stopped the negotiations about it, but I kept searching because I realized that some new opportunities may appear. So when this opportunity appeared, I was actually looking for only 2 series in the project, which means 16 apartments. And if we exclude apartments on the lower floors, there were 8 apartments, which was my top priority. And actually, when one of them appeared on the market, so I keep monitoring the market, the listings, the agents' chats. So when it appeared at the very good price already, I made a very conservative and very respectful offer, which was like 2% lower than asking price. So the seller agreed, we signed the forms. It was 14th of March. So on 26th of March, the transfer was already made. So why I did not wait? Because I understood that any news which are changing day by day, they actually affecting people's minds as well, and seller's mood as well. So the seller could change his mind, could go up in the price. So I based on the numbers actually, because my emotions, they were kept telling me, you still buy it expensive, you should wait longer, there will be new opportunities, you know, fear of missing out. And then I just did all that stuff, all the calculations which I showed you earlier, and I just realized that there is no limit for the people's desire to pay less and get more premium in the end. So actually my decision maker was the math, the calculations. I realized that this is actually the best one bedroom in the project, which I like really much. And on top of that, all the calculations tell me that I need to go into that deal, which I did. Speaking more broadly, moments like this during the crisis change the structure of the market. It makes the market uneven and volatile, which means two things. You can make bad decisions and lose a lot of money and get disappointed in the market forever. Or you can make some smart moves and get the strong opportunity right here. And honestly speaking, it's almost impossible to do if you are not in the market like me for a long period of time. When you check the transactions, you speak to lots of owners, landlords, tenants, agents. It's not that easy because there are many things that you get to know during that. So if you want, I can help you out with your situation, discuss your particular case, your financial plan, your financial obligations, whether you are a seller or a buyer. I can advise you the smartest decision which you can take, which I would personally take if I were you. So if you feel like you need the consultation, please feel free to text me in direct messages. You can find my number below. And thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.